It's the end of an era. The A's are going to play their final game at the Coliseum today against the Ranger, and the final home series has already been interesting. You're looking at the video here of A's fans ripping the seats, taking them out of the stadium, and trying to leave with these seats. Now, those fans were stopped. The seats were taken back and reinstalled. And again, after the season ends, the A's will relocate to Sacramento to start a multi-year layover there. First seats, now we're taking sand. Eventually, the new ballpark is going to be off of the Las Vegas Strip. CBS Sports Bay Area anchor and reporter Matt Lively is joining us from inside the Coliseum for the A's final home game there. And Matt, I want you to paint the picture for us. It is very loud. You were saying the parking lot is crazy, one of the craziest games you've ever been to. But what is it like out there? Give us the vibes.
Yeah, Jacqueline, it's no surprise. A's fans throughout this year haven't necessarily been packed. That is not the case whatsoever today. I mean, fans at 7 a.m. for a noon game were already piling into the parking lot by the time I got here around 9:30. It was hard to find a spot, and as you enter the Coliseum today, it's just packed. And I think a lot of people thought there would be anger from fans, towards John Fisher and towards the situation. But today is really about being here, what this means to people. There's a lot of love going around, and people are really just soaking in the moment. Let's go Oakland chants are breaking out. We're still more than an hour from first pitch. It's a special time here in Oakland right now as these fans are just hanging on and clinging to the final game here at the Coliseum.
Yeah, a lot of love and cheering. Let's go A's. Certainly a different vibe than what happened when, the announcement that the team was going to move to Vegas first came out back in April of 2023. I did see some fans behind you cheersing, taking selfies. What are your expectations? Like, are we going to see seats being gone, dirt? What's the craziest thing you've seen? And what do you think you're going to see from the fans for this final game?
Well, certainly the craziest thing I've seen was that video from a couple nights ago. It looked like a couple of fans tried removing seats from the Coliseum. But I would say I think it's going to be very largely peaceful after this game. The prominent fan groups that speak for most of the people who attend games here at the Coliseum have said, listen, the Coliseum's not going anywhere. They're not demoing this place at all. And there are tenants that are going to play here, from soccer teams to a different kind of baseball teams potentially next year here at the Coliseum. So don't take anything. Now, do I think fans are going to try to linger around and stay here for a long time and take it in? Absolutely. And do I think there might be a couple of fans that have brought in some power tools and try to take a seat or two? Potentially. But for the most part, I think it's going to be a nice celebration of what the Coliseum has meant to so many people for decades and decades, coming here with their parents, their loved ones. I think today is really going to be a calmer than expected experience for most people.
Matt, I know you were talking with the A's manager and some of the players prior to this game just about the emotions and what they're feeling. What did they tell you when you spoke to them?
Mark Kotsay summed it up perfectly. He said, I've never played in a World Series game, but I have to imagine that this is what the emotion feels like when he came into the ballpark today. Last night after the game, Kotsay and his wife took the field, and he said he just took in the emotion of that, and he got choked up while he was talking in the media scrum. You can tell what this means to him today, and we've heard from players throughout the week. What do you want to take away from the Coliseum? We know this. Mark Kotsay has said he's getting the bases from today, which might upset catcher Shea Langeliers. He was hoping for home plate. He's guarded that and caught behind that for a few seasons now. And then there's some cool ones. Lawrence Butler wants one of the A's logos that hangs here in the Coliseum, knowing that they probably won't need it for next season. Jacob Wilson, who's a rookie, is hoping to scoop up some dirt from the exact spot that he ran onto the field and made his MLB debut. So I think players especially are going to be sentimental about today and try to soak it in and potentially take a souvenir home with them.
Matt, it is loud. It's getting crazier. We certainly appreciate your time joining us from the Coliseum as the A's are about to play their final home game there. We certainly appreciate it. There's a lot of history around the Oakland Coliseum there. The A's won 6 pennants, 4 World Series after moving from Kansas City back in 1968. Again, after the season ends, the A's are going to relocate to Sacramento for a multi-year layover and then eventually have a new ballpark out in Vegas.